Graham says, question for Bradley. How would you go about building, ranking, and monetizing something like your old Alpha Land Realty? Looking to pull off something similar in my state to make some commissions off land sales, but not sure where to start in securing deals with other companies. Graham, that's a great question. I'm not sure if you mean you want to do, so you actually want to do land sales, like flipping land. The only reason I got out of that, guys, is because it was detracting from my ability to focus on SEO. And I felt obligated to my partners and to all of our members at Semantic Mastery. There was a period of time where I actually considered getting out of the SEO industry because my land business, my land flipping business was just, I mean, I was crushing it. I mean, consistently making over 5 figures a month from that alone. And I literally stopped doing it because it was, I felt I was conflicted. I had kind of like a moral dilemma. I thought about leaving the SEO industry to just focus on building my real estate business. And then I made the decision in November 2020 when I started the Tree Care HQ directory site. Like, that's when I made that decision. I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to stop doing land stuff and go right back in SEO because I wanted to, you know, again, all these years I've been doing this anyways. So I don't know if you're saying that you want to do land flipping or if you want to do SEO for land flippers or generate leads for land wholesalers and stuff. That works too. That's also a good business model. I can tell you right now, it's super easy. I don't even know if that site's still live, but I haven't flipped a piece of land now in almost 2 years. I'm just curious, just now that you pulled that up, because I haven't even looked. I still get calls occasionally, which is crazy. I honestly do. I still get calls occasionally for land deals, and I don't even return the calls. But let's just check it real quick. Sell land fast. Virginia was my top keyword, and I was #1 for a long time with very little work. I'm still on first page, just down here at the bottom. Looks like position 6, maybe. Yeah, position 5 or 6. Anyways, I was just curious. It's not that hard. Yeah, the SEO and the land flipping space is not that difficult. In fact, it's really interesting. But because if you look at that alphaland.realty, it's just a ClickFunnels landing page. It wasn't a website. It's not super SEO'd because you can't super SEO a ClickFunnels landing page. You can't manipulate header elements and things like that. So anyway, it's just a landing page. And what's interesting is when I started that business, I just ran some Google ads and then did direct mail, because that's the best way you're going to get leads. The most qualified leads you're going to get are from direct mail in the wholesaling real estate space. I can tell you that. Generally, the people that, I got a lot of leads from being ranked #1, plus I was running Google ads, and I was also running YouTube ads. So between YouTube ads, organic SEO, and search ads, I was getting a lot of leads from that. But what I just Graham, this will make sense to you. Why I didn't like that was because if I did a direct mail blast to a county or specific zip codes within a certain county, then all the leads that would come in, the subsequent leads from that mailing, would all be in the same general location. So you could, when analyzing the properties to determine what offers you were going to make, it would be so much easier because you'd be analyzing all the properties in one kind of geographic area. So it made it easier to do comparable sale analysis, comps and all that kind of stuff. Whenever I would get leads from my organic SEO, YouTube ads or search ads, that would come in from just all kinds of random places in the state. And so it would be a lot harder it would take a lot more time to do comp analysis, right? Comparative sales analysis and all that kind of stuff. Also, you'd have to sometimes, doing tax record research from the county websites and things like that. They're all slightly different. So it was just a lot of learning curve to accurately assess what the value of a property was. Whereas if I did it in blocks, because I would do a direct mail campaign to a specific geographic area, then all of the research would be much faster because it would all be in one location, right? And so anyway, my point is, Graham, yes, you can do with SEO and the ClickFunnels page ranked #1 within 3 weeks of me starting that business with doing no SEO. I did literally 0 SEO to it, and it ended up ranking #1. And I found out that's where I started to learn back. And again, this was back in 2019, where how much of an effect click-through rate activity really had on ranking. Because the reason why it ended up ranking #1 was 0 SEO work done. is because I was sending direct mail letters. And in the direct mail letters, it would say, Alpha Land Realty wants to purchase your land, contact us or go to, and I would either give them the URL or go search Google for Alpha Land Realty. And then you can submit your property details. And, within 10 days, we'll send you a written offer or whatever, a cash offer in writing. And so within a matter of like 3 weeks, I was ranking #1 for Sell Land Fast Virginia. And We Buy Land Virginia. And I was like, how the hell am I ranking #1? And I started looking at the analytics and everything and realized that a ton of people were doing direct searches where they were going to Google and searching Alpha Land Realty. And then they would click through, and those click-through signals, a brand search and click, is what ended up causing me to rank #1 with zero SEO work done. So I'm telling you that, Graham, you can absolutely crush it if you know what you're doing in SEO and you intentionally SEO your land flipping sites. And I would recommend that you don't use ClickFunnels. You use WordPress or something that you have more control over, an HTML site, something that you have more control over. But you can absolutely rank with very little effort. But I would caution you. I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't turn those leads away. But your best leads are going to come from direct mail, if that makes sense. And I did it for almost 2 years, and really did very, very well with it. But finally made the decision that I wanted to stick back with SEO, and I'm glad I did. So it's a great industry, though. It really is. If I had more time, I would still be doing it.